What made a general personally apologize to you? I was a 19-year-old private working as a chaplain's assistant when everything went sideways. My job was basic stuff, organizing services, maintaining religious supplies, helping soldiers with personal problems. Nothing that should have caught a general's attention. The base commander, General Matthews, was known for being tough but fair. 4-star general with combat experience dating back to Vietnam. Not the type to waste time on enlisted personnel unless something major happened. It started when Specialist Davis came to me during Sunday service. Kid was barely 18, first deployment, homesick as hell. His grandmother had died back home, but his leave request got denied because we were short-staffed. He was falling apart. Standard procedure was to forward these cases up the chain of command, but Davis had already tried that route 3 times. His squad leader said tough luck. First sergeant claimed no exceptions. Company commander wouldn't even see him. The chaplain was off base for 2 weeks at a conference. I was flying solo, way outside my comfort zone. But this kid was talking about hurting himself, said he had nothing left to live for if he couldn't say goodbye to the woman who raised him. That's when I made the decision that almost ended my career. I walked straight to the general's office, didn't make an appointment, didn't go through proper channels, just showed up and demanded to see him. His aide tried to turn me away. The general doesn't see privates without scheduled meetings. I wasn't leaving. Then schedule one right now. This is a life or death situation. 15 minutes later, I'm standing at attention in front of the most powerful man on base. General Matthews looked like he wanted to have me court-martialed just for breathing his air. Private, you have 30 seconds to explain why you bypassed 7 levels of command to waste my time. I told him about Davis, about the denied leave request, about a kid who was ready to eat his rifle because nobody would listen. The general's expression didn't change, but I could see something shifting behind his eyes. Where's your chaplain? He asked. Conference, sir. 2 weeks. This can't wait. General Matthews picked up his phone, called the company commander directly. Captain Williams, why did you deny leave for Specialist Davis? I could hear yelling through the receiver. The captain was furious that a private had gone over his head, started making excuses about manning levels and operational requirements. The general cut him off. Approved. Emergency leave, effective immediately. And captain, next time a soldier needs compassionate leave, you come to me personally if there's an issue. Davis got his leave. Flew home that afternoon, made it to his grandmother's funeral with hours to spare. Came back 2 weeks later like a different person. Completed his deployment successfully. But I thought that was the end of it. Wrong. 3 days later, the general showed up at our chapel during evening service. 40 soldiers nearly jumped out of their skins when a 4-star general walked in during prayer time. After the service, he asked to speak with me privately. I figured this was where I got destroyed for breaking protocol. Instead, General Matthews looked me in the eye and said something I'll never forget. Private, I owe you an apology. Your chain of command failed that soldier, and by extension, they failed me. You did what they should have done, he continued. I've been in this uniform for 32 years. Sometimes I forget that rank doesn't make you right, and protocol doesn't replace compassion. You reminded me what leadership actually looks like. The general instituted a new policy the next week. Any soldier requesting emergency leave would get a personal review from him if denied at company level. Called it the Davis Protocol, but he wasn't finished. General Matthews recommended me for promotion ahead of my peers. Wrote a letter of commendation that followed me for the rest of my career. That private has more leadership potential than most of my officers, he told my new chain of command. 6 months later, I made specialist. A year after that, sergeant. The general's endorsement opened doors throughout my military career. Davis stayed in touch after we both got out. He's a successful engineer now, married with kids. Still credits that leave with saving his life. General Matthews retired 2 years later. At his farewell ceremony, he mentioned the Davis incident in his speech. Said it taught him that sometimes the lowest ranking person in the room has the most important thing to say. I learned something that day too. Sometimes doing the right thing means breaking the rules, and sometimes the people with the most power are looking for someone brave enough to tell them the truth. That general could have destroyed my career for insubordination. Instead, he showed me what real leadership looks like, not protecting your authority, but using it to protect the people who can't protect themselves.